Shy with the 5 gifted. Thank you, Shy. You're amazing.
Good morning, y'all. It's Rise and Shine. Grab your coffee cup. Come spend some time. I know it's early, the start of a new day. No need to worry, it's Local Cafe. Rise and shine, baby. Wake and bake. Clear out your mind, baby. Just take a break. Local Cafe. Chill out with us today.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the coolest, the calmest, and the chillest show in the entire Local Live universe. You are watching Local Cafe. So I may look a little different. I don't know. Shout out Brandon for this amazing background so that y'all don't have to, in Mike's words, look at my grandma's house. Even though my grandma's been passed away for about 12 years now. But that's okay. That's neither here nor there. Good morning, everybody. Hope we're all doing forthright. Hope we're all doing beautiful. Shy with the 5478. Shy, you are a freaking legend. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I said sure. Thank you so much, sir. I greatly appreciate it. So I know y'all don't want to look at me this entire time. It is a special day for my special host. It is her birthday, everybody. Welcome to birthday girl, Miss Beans. Miss Beans, how are you doing?
Good. Good morning. How are you doing?
I am doing beautiful. Happy birthday here from Local Cafe to Miss Beans. The chat is showing you love. Guys, thank you for the love you're showing Beans. It's beautiful. So, how's it feel to be however old you are today?
So I'm 25 now. It feels weird because when my mom was my age, she already had like 2 kids.
Oh yeah.
So I'm in that weird in between where people are just like, am I old? Am I still young?
So my word of advice is an old boomer, right? Actually, hold on. Before I do that, let's give him a boomer report. So as the native boomer in Local Cafe, my words of advice, Beans, is this. Start thinking ahead for where you want to be. Start thinking of your life goals because you're halfway to 30. And once you hit 30, oh boy, right?
There's no turning back.
And exactly. So, a lot of times I was watching like investment videos and like things about retirement because yes, you have to think about retirement one day, Beans. A lot of people said they wish they started in their 20s, right? Even the littlest bit. So I know that's a boomer thing, an old man thing. I'm not trying to make you depressed, but seriously, happy birthday. I hope you enjoy it. You're becoming a woman. You know what I mean? You're getting close, right? Because they say life doesn't start till you're 30. But, happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I'm happy to spend it with everybody here.
That's awesome. So, what is it? Grim, does he have any hints to your plans tonight? Do you know anything that's going on?
So Grim has this thing where he'll tell me like last second what we're doing. Hopefully I got it. Not hopefully. Thankfully I got it out of him before today. Because I would have been kind of in a bad spot. So apparently we're going to go all the way to Orlando. And we're we're going to do something called medieval times. So basically, you sit down, you enjoy a meal, and there's like a medieval show happening. So I think that's really cool. We never done that before.
That's badass. I remember the Cable Guy. Remember the Cable Guy? Did you ever see that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. Love that. Big Benny Steve in the chat saying boring boomer advice. Yes, it is, because once you're a boomer, life is boring. Just saying. Unless your name is Keemstar, then you have a great life. Duck Savannah with the Canadian 2. It is GD coffee time. You damn right it is, sir. Underworld Zombie with the 20. Happy birthday, Beans. Good morning, Ken. Thank you, Underworld Zombie. Always a great supporter of the channel. So, guys, we're going to be going 90 minutes today. Unfortunately, Miss Beans has some work stuff she has to get to, and I have some life stuff I have to get to. So, we're going to do our best. We'll do our best to give you a beautiful show. Should we go ahead and get into it?
Yes, sir.
So, for Birthday Girl Dealer's Choice, what you want to do? What you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about? I'm a little scared because I don't want to. I love the sip and smile because I love like the positivity, but I don't want to start with the positivity and then go into like a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Well, how about we hit the Daily Espresso? Because I know our fans love our bird updates. How about they want to hit the Daily Espresso?
Heck yeah!
All right, let's do it. Daily Espresso, everybody. Let's get into it. Miss Beans, take it away.
So today is February. Oh, it says the 20th here on the docket. Let me change that. It's actually the 21st.
Damn it, docket team.
And I believe it says 15 days until Hatch Day, but I'm not sure if they changed the number on that either. So it could be 15 or 14, depending on what's going on.
I believe it's 14 because it's kind of Friday is like the week. My voice is correct. Friday is like the week. You know what I mean? So I think it is Friday. But
well, let's see our lovely Jackie and Shadow.
So yeah, guys, moving along. They're getting big. Those eggs are definitely getting big. It's beautiful. I know what's funny is like sometimes videos will pop up on my feed of like things that happen with them. So it's actually like there was one video of like a raven like circling the nest, and I guess Shadow was on the eggs, and then like Jack came in and like protected him. So it's pretty badass. Yeah, hopefully all goes well. Luckily the weather's looking beautiful. Hopefully we're all doing beautiful, So definitely want our Jackie and Shadow to make it happen successfully.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, this is weird. Does this mean I have to read my own horoscope for today?
Yes, you do.
Goodness.
Yes, you do.
So apparently, hopefully there's nothing bad in it. Oh, goodness. Apparently it's Recovery Gamer's birthday as well, and they're also turning 25, so I think that's pretty cool. We were born on the same day.
Oh, yeah. Real quick.
So apparently...
Oh, boy, Trog with the 5 gifted. Thank you, oh, boy, Trog. That's beautiful. We appreciate your support. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome, old boy Trog. Apparently Trog in the Discord as well, Tuffy was in there, and I think they were doing like a little game of some sort about like guess whose birthday it is, and Trog actually guessed it was my birthday, and they got a free lolcow TCG pack, which I think is pretty cool.
That's awesome. Shout out Tuffy. Tuffy's an amazing human being. I'm so glad he's a part of our universe now and making it happen. He is very, very good people.
I think all the coolest people were born this week because if you remember, it was Tina's birthday this week as well. And then yesterday was actually Tuffy's birthday.
Oh, wow. Well, happy belated to Tuffy. That's beautiful.
So apparently a Pisces born on February the 21st is a security-oriented person. They seek social prestige but are generous with resources. People close to them know that they will always come to them for help. They can always come to them for help, sorry. They are generally fun-loving, yet they embrace responsibility wholeheartedly. So far, this sounds very like me. February 21st, individuals are kind and giving. Few people have such integrity. They are often hurt by insensitivity or fickle of uncaring lovers. I don't think that part's true. Finding someone who shares their need for commitment is the focal point of their lives. Very true. Let me skip to the last point. People born on this day have an affinity for artistic endeavors. They are excellent managers or supervisors. They enjoy the good things in life, but they are fervent about giving ahead financially. This may be because things come easily to them, even money. I wish.
Hell yeah.
Shoot.
Well, the donations are flying today. So Carbunky with the $20. Happy birthday, Beans. And then
Thank you.
Danny Juice with the 5 British pounds. Happy birthday, Beans. Also, we got Cutter in chat. He says, me and Ken bare knuckle boxing match at fight camp. Please, Keemstar. I'll pay $2,500 and fight for free. Bro, I'm too old to be fighting. You know what I mean? But, you know. It is what it is. We're not here to fight. We're not here to have violence. You know, this is Locale Cafe. We're chilling. We're chilling here. But thank you for the invite, Mr. Cutter. But we'll see what happens. Oh, man. I love our chat. Our chat are such beautiful people.
Love our... They are. Tim is in chat saying Beyond Cafe is artistic. I do agree. I'm not completely happy with how my hair turned out. It's very much... It's curlier than it usually is, but it's because I use like a new quote unquote product.
Oh.
It's very shiny. My mom actually boiled like flax seed, and apparently if you boil flaxseed, it gets like really sticky, like a gel.
Really?
So, yeah.
You know what else flaxseed is good for, right?
What?
If you're having problems going to the bathroom, it's a very natural way to... Because I'd say it was funny. Funny story about that. So my buddy's wife used flaxseed dough to make pizza, and I didn't know that. And I ate like over half of it. Oh boy, that was a great night. So kind of sad news a little bit, but hopefully it's uplifting. MTV said, did you know the last 3 times Jackie and Shadow had eggs, they didn't survive? They did not survive, so they're really hoping to hatch this time. So, you know, we'll see. You know, fingers crossed, thoughts and prayers to them. You know, we always want, you know, anybody trying to have babies to have babies, right? No matter what you are. So, you know, organism like human, animal, and whatever, right? You know, you definitely want to do that. So hopefully it happens this time, and we can watch it on Locale Live or Locale Cafe. Sorry.
We can watch it live on Locale Cafe.
There it is. This day in history, Beans was born.
That's number one. Also on this day in history, in February 21st, 1981, Dolly Parton notches the biggest hit of her career. Notches, that's a weird way to use that word.
Yep.
With the song 9 to 5 reaches number 1 on Billboard. I love that song. I always listen to that song on my way to work, actually, if I have to be in office.
Hell yeah. Funny story about that, right? Like just words. So there was someone that reached out to me and they thought that I called them a bitch, right? But what I said was, in the comments, I said, you know, the bitch is Keemstar gave us the 1K concurrent live viewer goal, right? And so it was misinterpreted. And I was like, where I'm from, it's kind of like saying the bitch is I don't have any gas in my car, right? It's just a way of talking or way of phrasing things. So I think it's funny how, like, you know, where people are like all walks of life use different language, you know what I mean? And I'm glad that, you know, they approached me and, you know, we were to have that conversation, you know, because I ain't gonna call nobody a bitch unless your name is, never mind. But, you know, it's just one of those things. So let's continue, Miss Beans.
So apparently in 1965, on this day in history, in New York City, Malcolm X, an African-American nationalist and religious leader, is assassinated while addressing his Organization of Afro-American Unity at the ballroom in Washington Heights when he was 39. I didn't know that he died so young.
I didn't either. That's wild.
And I didn't know he died on this day. That's very interesting.
So the one like celebrity death on my birthday that happened was I think Selena.
Really?
Yeah, Selena died on my birthday.
There's a I was going to say it's a funny story. It is not a funny story. So apparently my mom was such a Selena fan. that whenever the news came out, she was watching it with my sister when she was younger at the time, and she would just bawl crying because Selena was a very big name in a lot of Hispanic households.
Oh yeah.
Still is.
Oh yeah.
Right here they put Miss Beans was born in 19 something. Sorry, IDK. You guys are making me older than I actually am. I was born in the 2000s.
Yeah. So real quick, Chad, I'm putting a poll up to see if you can notice a difference in the camera, right? Because I went and got the 1080p instead of the 4K because I had got this brick, right? I had this brick house. That's the USB-C connector, right? So I just want to know if the chat can notice a difference. Shout out to, again, Brandon for my background. You know, I think I need to be a little bit shorter so you can actually see like the Locale Cafe behind me.
Mhm.
But, you know, thank you.
So far, I've been noticing a difference because before it would look very cloudly.
Cloud-like.
I can't talk today. Yeah, just really cloud-like, and just in general, it was a little bit more pixelated.
Yeah.
I think it might have been just because it was the 40K and it was a bit too much for your computer or something of the sort.
So the computer I have doesn't have a native USB-C, and I had to use an adapter. So I think between the adapter, like the data transfer couldn't happen. But now with you know, the 1080p camera, it's because it's 1080p 60 frames. I think doing that is going to help out a lot. So yes, Keemstar, I'm investing in the channel. I'm trying to be better. I got a better background. You know what I mean? Shout out Brandon. I love that dude. Vets got to stay together. You know what I mean? So we're trying here at Locale Cafe. We're trying.
Of course.
You know, real quick, oh boy, Trock said, looks awesome. Congrats on the upgrade. It's actually a downgrade, if you think about it. Because I have it was a 4K camera. I got the 1080p camera. But nah, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Continue, Miss Beans. I'm sorry. This is your birthday, and I'm being an asshole. I apologize.
How are you being an asshole? If anything, you're making my birthday better. If I can listen to you all day, I probably would.
Real quick. What do you have in your cup? We didn't do that. We're breaking the streak, Beans. Damn it.
In my cup, I think my mom gave me like just plain coffee with a little bit of sugar.
Really?
No creamer today.
I have the tall, dark, and handsome. Because that's what I am. I'm kidding. Now, I got the Tall, Dark, and Handsome by Joe with the coffee made in the sugar. Guys, by the way, I did get a barber appointment for Tuesday. So when I come in Wednesday, you'll see Ken fresh to death. So that's going to be beautiful.
So apparently in 1902, Dr. Harvey Cushing performed his first brain operation. That's interesting.
Wow. 1902. That's wild.
This is something I didn't know. So apparently on February 21st, 1848, the Communist Manifesto, written by Karl Marx with the assistance of Frederick, is published in London by a group of German-born revolutionary socialists known as the Communist League.
You know what's funny about communism? On paper, it sounds amazing. If you think about it. Everybody's the same. There's no, like, wealth major split, right? Because, you know, there's no... Because you think, like, here in America, right? Like, the top 1% and all that shit, right? But, you know, the idea of communism is good, but the problem is the application will never work. It'll never work. And, you know... Oh, shit. That's what I'm talking about. That is chat. W's in the chat for Beans. That is amazing. We love our backgrounds here. That is, I love that. But
I was going to fix up like those little dots over here. But I didn't have time, and I know a lot of people are always complaining about the bedroom background, so I decided to make a little something.
But no, I mean, it shows that, you know, evolving, right? So, and you can get chat. W's in the chat if you like the background for Beans. You know what I mean? That way, once you get it and they know they like it, you can fine tune it, you know? But nah, like, communism is trash just because of greed, and like the military side of communism would never work, and democracy is king. But yeah, like just the idea of communism sounds very good to people, but it would never work. So
Yeah, that's very true. So for anybody that has any tummy troubles, apparently in 1931 the Alka-Seltzer was introduced.
eh
Eh,
eh
what do this is something that I like to ask people. I guess that's like the old lady in me now.
I can't.
What do you use for your tummy whenever you have some tummy troubles? Do you use Alka-Seltzer or do you use like Sprite? I know a lot of Hispanics use like Sprite or
So
7-Up.
so it depends. Are we talking out of the mouth tummy problems or out of the backside tummy problems? What are we talking about?
I think just a weird tummy situation in general.
Oh,
Because I know
it.
whenever I feel really queasy, what my mom does, and this is a good remedy for people out there if you don't know. So you squeeze half of a lemon into a cup, right?
Mhm.
You add baking soda and water, and you mix it up, and it gets really bubbly, and it's actually it doesn't taste too bad. It just basically tastes like kind of Sprite, but not really. And it really helps, to be honest. I think
It's beautiful. So generally, for just like, damn, my stomach hurts, Pepto Bismol. Yep. For in Greek we say mito, right? That's what it is in Greek. I do chamomile tea, chamomile, right? For stuff out the backside, water, just water, because
Just straight water.
the problem is you want to get it all out, and water is actually a natural laxative for the body. So, and then also you don't want to dehydrate yourself. So I just do water, get it all out, good to go.
It's true. I know that Grim, he usually has a lot of tummy troubles. He gets a lot of acid reflux.
Yeah.
And he used to take Tums like I was going to say a bad word. He takes Tums excessively. He recently had to stop because he got a kidney stone.
Ooh.
Because if you don't know, yeah, he had a very small one, and he had it probably in the worst time possible. We were driving back from Miami, and he was driving with so much pain, and then we stopped at a Publix. If you don't know what Publix is, it's like the number one superstore of the South.
Yeah, I see him in Florida like everywhere.
But we stopped at a Publix, and apparently he peed it out, which, good for him. But if you don't know, Tums has a lot of calcium carbonate.
Oh yeah.
And that's what makes the kidney stones. So he's recently stopped that, and specifically any brown soda has a lot of calcium carbonate too, and that's why a lot of people get kidney stones from soda. What were you gonna say?
I completely cut out soda. Completely.
Completely?
I also completely quit like energy drinks. I just drink a shit ton of coffee now. But I tell you right now, when I had pancreatitis, that was the worst pain I have ever felt in my life. Like it was I literally felt like I got shot and I had an exit wound in my back. Literally. I don't wish that on anybody. Nobody. I would never wish that on anybody. But yeah, it was rough. It was rough. But
I think that's one of the things I can be grateful for when it comes to, living another year. I've never been the type of person that got hurt a lot as a kid, but that's also because my mom, she made me a very sheltered child.
Yeah.
I've never broken a bone before. The worst I've ever done is sprain my arm because I was a little dummy as a kid and I watched too much Peter Pan and I decided I can jump off of my bed and learn how to fly. I sprained my arm, never broken a bone. The worst thing that has happened to me is the condition that I have. So a lot of people don't like the word fibromyalgia because they think that doctors will just put that label on you if you just have general pain. but I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and also I have chronic migraines.
Yep.
And I'm not super high energy today, and I feel really bad because I can't be, super bubbly or like super
It's your
out there.
birthday. You can be whatever you want to be, Beans. You can be
I
depressed.
want to be.
You can be depressed. You can be grim. You can be argumentative. You can be mean Beans. You can be whatever you want, Beans. It's your birthday.
Yeah, but for my birthday, I want to be the best Beans that I possibly can for the viewers. But I feel bad because, like, with the conditions that I have, if I get too stressed out, sometimes I get just general pain all over my body, and that's what I woke up with today. Like, I have a lot of pain in my neck or in my back, and I do have, like, a slight migraine that's taking over, like, half of my head right now.
Yep.
But I just feel so much better because I'm spending it with you guys, and because so far, like, I didn't think I would end up here, So this is like a happy little surprise for my birthday.
Well, thank you for everybody being here celebrating with us. Thank you to all our members. Thank you for the gifted memberships. You guys are freaking beautiful. All right.
So we should move on to I Can't with Ken.
Getting old fucking sucks, man. Like, there's days, I always say this, from the neck down, because I got the neck issues, from the neck down, I feel like I'm 80, 85. Then mentally, some days, I feel like I'm 10. And they combine for the age of 39, which I'm about to be. But it does, and, seeing young people, right? I'm getting real boomer here right now, just bear with me. Seeing young people kind of waste their life away, I'm just like, what are we doing, right? And then I see what the new generation is becoming. I see the ideals the new generation has. And, I feel like we're getting away from the concept of, like, the best way to describe it is like the nuclear family. I really feel like we're getting away from that. And that's all I want in life is my nuclear family. But, times change, and sometimes you just got to get with the times, and if not, then you're just going to move on out and call it a day, right? But we need the coffee cult to grow here, ladies and gentlemen. I know people are gifting memberships. I know we've had new people coming in. I'm telling you guys, become a member. You're going to love it, right? Even if it's just at Band World, because I'm telling you, this is what you're missing, right? The members know about this, but the non-members don't. So I did the, let me see if it's right. Yep, it's the right one. So I did the poll yesterday, and as you guys can see, first and foremost, thank you all to the new members, and thank you for helping us get to 3,260 subs. I think we got like 3,300 now, which is fucking awesome. Thank you guys. It means the world. With that being said, it's time for the next evolution and bringing in members content, because I really want, we've been talking about it, guys. I want to bring you guys your members content. Please vote on the Cooking with Ken you'd like to see. The weather's getting better, but I did say it may take a bit because of weather, because I need to go and get all the groceries and all that other things. But take a bit and getting to the store, but I promise it'll happen. Please vote, as we believe in democracy here at Locale Cafe. And we're on the road to 1K live concurrent viewers, so this is going to be fun. So as you can see right now, queso birria tacos at 48%. My smoked chicken bacon fettuccine Alfredo's at an awesome 28%. And the lovable homemade General Tso's chicken is at 24%. There's only 126 votes. I know we got like 300 and some members. I'd like all the members to vote, or at least like 2 to 250 to vote before we see a decision. So guys, please, if you're a member, vote. If you want to become a member to see me cook, please become a member. Again, Band World or above, you'll be able to see it. Once we get this going and I'm able to get my live streams going, live streams are going to be for Cash Cow and above, to give a little bit more incentive to watch me cooking live. And to think about this, I have to be entertaining while I cook. So I need to figure that out. So you get to watch me and the Boomer Report live as I try to figure out mobile live streaming. But, it's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful. Please go vote. If you want to see this, please become a member and go vote. I want to get at least to 250 votes before we see what happens and the decision that's made. But as of right now, it looks like queso birria tacos are going to be the thing that I'm cooking and recording. So, thank you guys so much. My treat to you for being members.
Heck yeah, I'm super excited for that. I'm definitely going to watch, and I'm sure a lot of members are going to as well. I was just about to say, you know what this background kind of reminds me of, which could be a good idea for. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Tron X the Wicked became Band World. Thank you. Go vote. Go vote. If you became a Band World, go vote. And then Luna with the 99.99. I believe that's the South African currency. I would gift memberships, but I'm out at the moment. So here's the happy birthday super chat and said, hope you both have it. Thank you, Luna. Luna, ladies and gentlemen, she was on a few episodes ago, giving us love from South Africa. Thank you, Miss Luna, as always. We're getting international beans. Luna, you're beautiful. Thank you, man.
Lovely.
Yep.
Oh, I was just about to say, this background kind of reminds me of something called like the Hello Kitty Cafe.
Yeah.
There's actually one that's opening, I believe, at Universal Studios that's in Orlando.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that opening, and maybe Grim and I can go over there and take some pictures, or maybe like a little video of like trying out some of the foods that they might have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be super cute to do.
So the other cool thing is whenever I record the cooking, y'all will get to see my coffee bar. And I get to show you guys all the coffee apparatuses that I have. I've shown them in the Discord a little bit, so some may know already. But I'll show all the lovely, lovely coffees from around the world that I like to partake in. Coffee connoisseur, as some would call me. But, tis what it is. All right, so quote of the day. Shadow and light are two sides of the same coin. One cannot exist with the other. This is a nerd reference, and I hate it. Love you, nerds.
Why do you hate it?
I'm kidding. Legend of Zelda, the Twilight Princess.
Wait. Let's actually go into this, Ken. So you were you were a child, or you were growing up kind of in the prime time of like video games. Like usually people around your age are usually talking about Nintendo, how they're like a Super Nintendo fan, or like they grew up on like Mario or like some sort of video game. You were never that sort of kid?
So growing up, it was just me and my mom, right? And she did the best she could. I had a Nintendo, I had a Sega Genesis, and then from there, I think my next one was the PlayStation, right? But I played video games as a kid, but not a lot. When I became like a teenager, I really started getting into it. Like I had I did have like a PlayStation. I had like Crash Bandicoot, Final Fantasy VII, things like that. It just is what it is. I mean, I had a somewhat of a different childhood growing up. My mother said that she wanted to teach me what the real world was at a young age, right? So I never really watched a lot of like kid things because she just wanted me to understand the world when I'm an adult, the world I'm going into. Obviously, I always felt loved. I always felt safe. I always felt cared for. I was never afraid of anything. And I love the way my mother brought me up. I would not change anything about my childhood, right? But when I met my wife and we were going through stuff and she was just talking to me about stuff or whatever, we had two different upbringings, right? And nothing wrong with it. But as an example, I saw Silence of the Lambs when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And, that's kind of gotten my taste in those type of movies growing up or whatever. And whenever I have a child, God, I'm all praying for it every day. But whenever that happens, obviously, we're going to raise them both, like me and the wife, we're going to raise them to be kids, and they're going to do their kid stuff and all those things. And, when they get older, I'm going to teach them about real life. And obviously my wife will too. But, it's people grow up differently. You know what I mean? Is what it is.
Very true. Well, I do hope that you guys get that opportunity because I've seen your wife and I've seen her dedicated room of funness,
Yes.
as I like to call it.
Her office, yes. Real
And I
quick.
think they would have a blast in that room.
I want to say something really quick. Mike on the show last night on Queen said, "How do I even know he's married?" Bro, you know what I mean? When I was on the phone with Keem on a video chat, he met her. He saw her. I'm like, "Keem, by the way, this is my wife." He said, "Hey, Mrs. Ken." Like, really, bro? I can't.
So speaking about you in general, Ken, I see we have I guess like a new section called Caught in 4K.
Hey, I got caught in 4K, ladies and gentlemen.
What happened here? This little Discord message that you put in here.
Let me show the chat, right? Let me show the chat before we get crazy.
I think your wife might have a few questions, sir.
So, Baja Wolf is an amazing human being. Everyone knows Baja if you're in the Discord. And he made a reference to something, right? He said, "I would have taken you over the rainbow with a wink face." I then said, "The infamous and the famous." Ooh, wet and creamy. And, yeah, that's all it really is. Hopefully, I get to meet Baja at Fat Camp, and we get some wet and creamy going on. You know what I mean? Coffee beans with coffee. Coffee.
I hope so. I have so many questions.
Ooh, wet and creamy. Sorry.
Oh gosh.
We love you, chat.
So let's get into some news before I don't even know what I'm gonna do. So apparently there's a recall of more than
Hold
375,000
on.
vehicles.
We're forgetting something, Beans.
What happened?
The intro video that you made.
Oh yeah. I keep
can't.
forgetting about those because I didn't get to use them whenever I was doing the thing.
I can't.
So apparently Tesla is recalling more than 375,000 vehicles due to power steering issues.
Haha, fuck you, Elon.
So the recall is for certain 2023 Model 3 and Model Y vehicles operating software prior to 2023 .36.4. Yo, what are all these numbers for?
It's some bullshit futuristic thing he's trying to do with the Mars and all that. He's just trying to be different. Good job, Elon.
Well, I think I remember something about like the model, like letters / numbers. Apparently, like it's supposed to say like sexy or something.
Oh my god, that dude. I'm not taking anything away from Elon at all. But come on, bro. Like, really? You want the model to say sexy? Teslas are freaking ugly as hell. I'm sorry. Ugly as shit.
So but speaking of which, oh, wait. So what Grim likes to call the Teslas, or what he likes to refer to whenever we see like Teslas around here, or specifically the Cybertruck. It's the Cybertruck. He says that the Cybertruck is if you told the told a child to draw a car from like memory or something of the sort.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It's just so weird looking.
So I will say this. Let me stop. Let me get back to us. So when we were at Fat Camp, Jesus. When we were at the camping trip, I saw the Cybertruck, right? Keem Cybertruck. Gotta admit, it is pretty cool on the inside. The inside is pretty cool. The outside, I'm good. But when they say that thing is roomy, that thing is roomy. Like, it is.
Really?
It is very roomy. This is coming from a 6'5" dude with a 32 or 34-inch inseam. Doja with the 199. A very happy birthday to Beans. Hope you have a great day, everyone. Yes, Thank you, Mr. Doja. Always a pleasure. Doja is a amazing human being, and his wife is an amazing human being.
So Doza keeps talking in the Discord how everybody keeps referring him to Doja, like the singer slash rapper Doja Cat.
I don't know who that is.
I'm gonna need a boomer report for that.
Who is Doja Cat? What are we talking about?
Doja Cat for some people is kind of like the lol cow for female rappers, if you want to say that. Because
Doja Cat. I know Doja Cat. I know Doja Cat. She did that song with The Weeknd.
I thought you were going to mention whenever she dressed up as a cow and had fries in her nose, but yeah, that too.
Y'all know I love The Weeknd. The Weeknd touches me in the heart whenever he sings. His voice is just very calming to me. But yeah, he did that song with Doja Cat. And then she did the song, Paint the Town Red, I think. My wife loves that song.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of cows, so as a birthday gift from one of my family members who doesn't know anything about this lol cow stuff, by the way, they gifted me...
Good job, Beans. That's beautiful, actually. I like that. I like that a lot.
They're so soft and comfortable. Because I'm always cold, and my feet are always cold. Going back to this power steering thing. So it says here that the loss of power could require more effort to control the car by drivers, particularly at low speeds, increasing the risk of a crash. So the steering wheel in Teslas in general are very weirdly shaped.
Yep, they're not meant for people with big hands.
Have you? You said that you've driven.
I didn't drive it, but I saw it, and I just wanted to I was like, I was standing outside. I just wanted to see how the steering wheel felt. They're not meant for people with big hands. The Guantanamo with 5 gifted. Thank you, Guantanamo. We appreciate you guys. If you get the gifted membership, please go vote in the poll. Please go vote in the poll. I want 250 votes before we see what I'm cooking. Please go vote in the poll.
Doza in chat said, I actually do like Doja Cat, so no, not insulted.
Ooh, she the devil. She a bad little bitch. She a rebel. She put a foot on the pedal. Take a whole lot. Hold on. How was it? I can't. Took a whole lot for me to settle.
So far. So, I think we might have to replace the Donald Trump section of our docket with Elon Musk, because now they're kind of neck and neck with just being in the news all the time.
But we
because
can't.
our next
we can't, because Donald Trump said that we're his favorite show in the entire LCU.
That is very true. But apparently Elon Musk expresses interest in sending out Doge checks.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. I think it's a crock of shit. I don't see it happening. Although
crock of shit.
Crock of shit. Although, right, under the Trump administration, the last time during the C virus, we got the stimulus checks. Right. Maybe.
So apparently, Elon Musk said that he would bring to Donald Trump a proposal to send Americans rebate checks representing a portion of the money they save by slashing the federal government.
I still don't understand. I understand what they're trying to do. Take care of the deficit, right? I get that. But let's just say tomorrow is gone, right? It is just gone. What is that going to do for the American people? Do you really think businesses are going to drop prices and mess with their profit margins? No, they're not. They're just not. Gas going down probably, because that's just, gas is political at this point, so I can see that. But I don't understand where they're saying we're going to get rid of the deficit or cut into the deficit. I just don't see it. Pharaoh with the $9.99. Happy birthday, Beans. Had my birthday earlier this month as well. So let's go, my fellow February baby.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Pharaoh. Pharaoh's so cool.
Oh yeah, Pharaoh's good people.
Even though he's a nerd and sometimes I want to punch him in the face.
No, like I said, well, yeah, but when he was on here,
very lovingly.
When he was on Cafe, it was actually a great conversation. Pharaoh's a cool dude, and you know, we were talking about like race and growing up and shit like that. It was a great conversation, I think. Great conversation.
I think as time goes on, that topic of race is going to be very complicated because, you know, as time goes on, we're going to be mixing more and more and more until we're probably, because we already have an issue of people not really knowing their identities, right? Like, for example, I was born here in America, but I'm Dominican. I have two parents that are Dominican. Yet if I go over to Dominican Republic, some people will look at me and just be like, oh, you're a gringa. You're just American. Like, you don't belong here.
Yeah.
And it's a very complicated issue when it comes to, like, your identity and who are you truly and where do you come from. And I think that's very interesting when it comes to, well, especially with like racism and things, what would happen or how do you discuss these things whenever we're mixed to a point that you can't really differentiate?
Well, this is always my philosophy. Whether right, wrong, or indifferent, this is my philosophy. When you argue something emotionally, you get nowhere. And when there's a lot of race arguments or race debates, right, it gets emotional. And when you think about logic, when you try to argue logic, logic will always win over emotion. But there's really no way to argue race logically. You know, obviously, logically, you shouldn't look at skin color. No one should look at someone's skin color and have an opinion of them. That's what logic tells you. But no one's going to argue race logically. You know, Greek girl, my fellow Greek sister in the chat. I'm also Greek American. It's beautiful. Second generation. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It sucks. And the other thing that's going to hurt it maybe is when you look at how the government classifies race, like for white people, that also includes Middle Eastern. Some Indian from India is classified as white, right? So, and then when you look at ethnicity, ethnicity is only recognized for Spanish, some type of Latin. So when the government tells you how race is categorized and ethnicity is categorized, you're leaving out a massive amount of people, massive amount of, you know, but I'm going to say this, don't take this wrong. I want no one to get offended by this. This is just a fact. When you look at how they do like gender and sex, they have all these categories, right? But when you look at race, there's like 5. How does that make sense?
I was just about to mention that. So whenever you do any legal documentation, usually sorry, my head is pounding right now.
You're good.
But usually, you know, there's different categories and you have to pick one. I never know which one to pick.
Yeah.
There's usually like white, you know, African American, other. And I'm like, I don't know what to identify with. Like, I know they're primarily asking for like skin tone or something of the sort, but like it's very complicated also with Dominicans because some people consider them as Afro-Latino and then some people are just like, no, you're just Hispanic. Yeah. So it's like, do I consider myself white because I'm more quote unquote white passing, or do I consider myself as African American? Plus it depends on what season it is, because in the summer, like if I go outside without any sunscreen, I get pretty freaking dark. And then my mom's like, you know, my mom even gives me examples of colorism towards, you know, our own people, because she's like, you're so dark, you look like your father, because my father's pretty freaking dark for some reason.
So I'm gonna show this really quick, and I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer in this. When I saw this short, I love this.
These two girls are a perfect.
What's your least favorite race?
I don't believe in race. Race is a social.
Damn. There's copyright music on it.
Copyrighted music.
So,
I mean, you can mute it and
well, nah. So
you can just say out.
the whole idea behind it is, he says, I don't believe in race. Race is a social construct. We're all just different shades of wheat. And if you look at wheat and all the different colors that it is, it's everything. It's literally everything. So we got Epic Brady and Zay Zooted in waiting. You want to bring them in? They probably want to say happy birthday.
I just want to have a little party with them.
It's your birthday. You tell me. Would you want me to bring them in?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
I love to talk to them.
Epic Brady, Zay Zooted. Welcome.
Good morning. Happy birthday, Beans.
Thank you. How's your morning so far?
Oh, pretty good.
Really good. Woke up just to watch Cafe, to wish you a happy birthday. I hope you are having the most fantastic birthday ever, beautiful. You deserve it.
She's with
Thank
me
you
right
so
now.
much,
Of
Zay.
course she is.
No, right? It's such a great way to start the day.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
So now we have y'all two on here. I got a question.
Okay.
Epic Brady,
Yes, sir.
how are things going with Psycho Mo?
Oh, I'm in them DMs. Don't worry.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, I don't want any.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want any details, but are we swaying in a good direction? That's all I'm gonna ask.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good. That's
It's
awesome.
going great in there. I hopped on the show yesterday, too. Talked to them a little bit. So it's
Okay.
all going great.
Hell yeah. Well,
I have a
congratulations.
quick question for you, sir.
Yes.
Is that Kevin Hart in your background?
Yes, that's my boy Kevin right there.
That's beautiful.
So I
bro.
actually have a story with that too. So a local bar in my area does like a day drinking festival thing.
Okay.
And it was towards the end of the night. I was there all day. And so I saw it just sitting in the corner. I'm wearing that fur coat I wore on the
Oh yeah.
Mafia
mink.
Milker speed dating
Mink.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep, the cat fur.
Yep.
And then I just grabbed it and walked out and they were yelling for me. I just walked out with it.
They wanted Kevin back.
That's
They
funny.
did. And then I went back the
I
next
just-
day. I'm like, do you really want that back? And they're like, well, you didn't steal the rock, so you're good.
So that just gives me more questions. Why did they have Kevin Hart in the corner at a bar?
Because Kevin Hart is holding a bottle of alcohol right now.
I thought
he's
because
holding-
That
you
makes
said
sense.
The Rock and Kevin Hart, I was gonna be like, oh, was it that one movie that they did together? The
Which one?
Jumanji?
Which one? They did quite a few.
Jumanji. Jumanji.
Or there was another one they did.
Yeah.
But I'll go grab him real quick and show
Hell
you
yeah.
him a little better.
Oh yeah, a nice zoomed in view of Mr. Kevin Hart.
I mean,
What a birthday
Is
present for Beans.
oh yeah.
I never knew that I would have Kevin Hart here on my birthday.
Oh, he's like already set up to sit on your lap.
Yep, I have him set to sit on my lap for the rest of this.
I'm
I
getting.
feel like this has not been the first time that has happened.
He was
Usually-
pre-folded.
Oh yeah.
Yep. He usually
Bro,
sits in the corner.
What you should have done is did like Noopy and his wife and have like one of those, you know, like.
Well, I had a whole skit planned out for when I went in just to troll it a little bit, but it ended up going way better than I thought it would ever go.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Yep.
Spoken Homebrew's asking, is that life size Kevin Hart?
Yeah, basically, he's about this tall, so I'm 6'3", so
Oh,
I
beautiful.
think that's about the height.
That's funny.
Goodness.
Hell
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So Zay, how are you doing? How's nerds going?
We got some good stuff going. It's been pretty good working with them so far.
Mhm.
I'm excited to see like what we have coming. I'm looking forward to the direction that we're moving in. Like I think moving with the nerdy topics is good, but we need to like kind of pull back on the like more niche stuff so we can get that broader audience more
Definitely.
interested in what we're talking about.
Yep. So we're kind of in that parallel right now with Cafe, right? Because, you know, Keem gave us the goal of 1K concurrent viewers, so we're definitely moving towards that. Did y'all vote in the poll, by the way?
No, I haven't voted yet. I have it on my TV, so I didn't see there was a poll.
Yep. So if you remember, right, there's the vote on the poll for Cooking with Ken, the inaugural Cooking with Ken.
Oh, I did vote for that.
You do it? Okay, yeah. So make
Oh
sure.
wait, yeah, the poll. Yep.
All right, good.
I thought you meant there was a poll on the stream right now.
No. Cool. All right. Like I said, I just want to get at least 250 votes before we decided what we're going to do. But
Mhm.
let me ask you something. Zay, we're kind of beefing with Becky and Mike right now, right? People say I threw the first shot. I don't care. I just said what I thought. How is Becky, like, behind the scenes working? Is she this much of a bitch that she is on screen, or how is she working, like, with you?
People are going to be really surprised that I'm saying this.
Okay.
Actually, no. Like, I feel like she's pretty decent at managing in the sense of she gives us a good direction.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like, she's still Becky. You know what I'm saying? She's still very much Becky.
Yep.
But I appreciate having the direction. So I'm trying to be very cordial and everything, you know what I'm saying? But she's always going to be Becky, and working with Becky is exactly how you could imagine, in a sense.
Yep. Yeah, I always said, you know, like with Glammy especially, you have to remain a professional, right? You have to. So I'm sure working with her and getting to know her a little bit behind the scenes, you have to remain a professional because it's for the betterment of the show.
Definitely. Me and her have gone at it on screen how many times, you know? So it's interesting to be working together with her now. I'm glad that we can at least be, in a sense, well, she was the one who wanted me for the position to begin with, which I was shocked. The whole thing, the way it went down was obviously terrible. I'm really not happy about, like, the way it went down, but it had to go down the way it did because Canteen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, yeah. What you got,
I
Miss
will
Beans?
say,
Go ahead.
Huh?
go ahead, Beans. I was just gonna say I loved Beans going on Queens and just screaming at Becky. That was hilarious.
That was.
I just wish that it wasn't in my car because the audio sounds so terrible. And, you know, I'm already mousy Beans. I already have, like, this very soft-spoken voice. So just, like, yelling in my very, like, normally soft-spoken voice, I sound like a preteen or, like, a middle schooler, like Grim put it. So it was like, okay, my voice, bad audio, does not mix well.
Yep.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought you did good. I liked that fiery Beans.
Mm-hmm.
Mean Beans, as a lot of
Mean
people like
Beans.
put it.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, people were saying, Ken, why don't you go in there and help Beans defend herself? I'm like, Beans doesn't need me. Beans does not need me whatsoever. She can handle her own and stick up for herself. So, but I did go on rewind as I was laying in bed because I really didn't care enough to come downstairs into my grandma's room, as Mike likes to say, and talk. Right.
Yep.
But you know, it is what it is. I have Zay, have you and Glammy kind of made amends a little bit? Like, are y'all good?
Yeah, so I know I mentioned, like, yesterday on the show we hadn't talked. She mentioned on the show that we had talked, so there was a huge miscommunication there. So then after my show, we finally had a phone call, and I can't say much more other than the Minecraft stream with Glammy is a go, and then we'll talk about everything on there.
Good. All right. Well, I'm glad because I know, like, you don't want bad blood between people, especially in the community, right? And, you know, as Keem said, as these shows evolve, sometimes the cast isn't going to be the same. Sometimes the direction is not going to be the same. I hope and pray to God I don't lose Beans because I love having Beans here. I think she's a perfect co-host for me. And, you know, I mean, it does kind of suck what happened, but at the end of the day, you know, Glammy took my spot on Rewind, you know, and
yeah.
I'd never had any ill will for her. I always supported her, and I said, I wish you the best and good luck. And that's what I was trying to tell her, you know, you have to remain a professional.
Yeah, I get it, though, because sometimes it's, like, hard because when you form, like, a relationship, like, in the background, like, outside of the scenes, like, a lot of people don't realize me and Glammy were actually really close friends. Like, we had gotten to the point where we were, like, we tell each other we love each other every time we hang up the phone. Like, we are really close with each other at this point. And, like, I felt like she felt very betrayed because of that. Like, we were on the phone every day for at least a few hours. So, like, we had a conversation in the morning where, like, it made her feel like I was lying to her because she brought up to me the concerns of, like, because Keemstar came in at the end of the show and said, Glammy, you need to fight. And she thought it was about Leppy. And then he was like, no, I'm talking about purple hair. And so she had that concern, like, in her head, like, that whole day. And, like, I knew but couldn't tell her what was happening. So it was just, like, a messed up situation. I feel like anybody, when they get close, like, for example, like, Xylee and Billy, I feel like have gotten, like, kind of close. Like, I feel like if one of them got, like, replaced on their show, they would be the same way about it because the way they go to bat. Like, the same way you and Beans are. Like, you guys would go to bat for each other.
100%.
You guys have got that, like,
100%.
co-hostship.
Oh, wait,
So,
Keem didn't tell you? Keem didn't tell you? Beans, I'm here to I'm here for you right now.
I remember, bro. I
Check my
remember
email.
that. I remember that, and I was like, "What the fuck?" That's the other thing
Yep.
too. Like whenever Wings was talking to Rich, I was just like, they sent in Wings because he's the most straight faced person. Like he does not crack. That dude does not crack whatsoever. And then they had Boogie in there doing his thing. Yeah, I'm not saying all that was like canteen, but what I think it was, they were just trying to amp it up a little bit for the camera, and then, the next day Rich had to go and do what he did. And, I still don't understand why he did that, but,
It's like where all the hosts that get kicked off a show go to die at this point.
it really is. Don't do that, Zay. I'm just,
Yeah, it's
don't
like a
do that.
forbidden island. Don't worry. Don't worry. I have my own reasons for not wanting to.
Yeah, no,
Ooh.
definitely, I've said it before, just like, like when I lost Mod and Keem was mad at me because of my fuck up, my messages were just flooded with people and Discord invites. If you want to talk about it, we're here for you. And I'm just like, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Happened to me when I got pulled off of Queens that one time, because a lot of people forgot I did that one episode on Queens, and like 45 minutes in, they just yanked me off the
Yep.
show, and I like got fired live on air, pretty much.
Yep.
And my inboxes, it was people trying to like get me to do expose videos or like join these Discords. I'm like, block.
Yeah.
I like LCL.
Like, leave me alone, But the thing is with Keem that a lot of people don't realize, like, yes, he'll react in the moment and he's going to make you content. He just is. But as long as, you let him calm down, you stay the course, you be a professional, you act like a man, act like a woman. He reached out to me. We had a conversation. I took my part and, we talked and then we're good. It's just one of those things. You have to understand who you're working with, what's going on, the community that you're in. People lash out all of a sudden, but normally calmer heads always prevail.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. What you got?
So now that you're on Nerds, Zay, are you still going to be doing the gaming channel stuff?
Yes, I am gonna not do it like as much as I was doing, where I was gonna do like everyday streams, because I have to get like the docket stuff done for Nerds.
Hey, boss man.
Morning, Keem.
Good morning.
Morning.
Beans.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, we are going to have to let you go. Celebrate your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Keemstar.
Yep, there it is. Yeah. We're having an awesome stream, and people celebrating, everybody showing Beans love. It's beautiful.
Hello?
So how did you feel about Brantley on stream yesterday?
I thought Brantley did amazing. I'm really excited for that stream. I
yeah.
think they said that it ended up being what
800 viewers.
yeah, and then it's Brantley, Glammy, and
Zeta.
Dalish- and Zeta. Is that the
No,
final
it's
count?
Glammy, Brantley, Zeta, and Wonder Woman.
Oh,
that
so
looks
the
lovely.
M4 is the final cast. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's a
did
good cast.
really good. I thought
Actually.
the cast was interesting, and I'm really excited to see
Sure.
like what content they're gonna bring with
Yep.
that.
Definitely.
Like,
Mhm.
I was so surprised that all four of them vibed really well with each other. Like, I was like, this is an interesting mix of personalities that you wouldn't usually see.
Yep. All right, guys, we're at only 15 new memberships. I'd like to get probably to like 30 or 40 because I want people to go vote on the poll that y'all want me to cook. So if anyone's feeling generous out there, especially for Miss Beans on her birthday, please give some memberships so we can get some people in here so they can watch me cook.
Yo, go
Yeah.
spam that Discord with a cafe link, bro. We're having a birthday party. What are they doing?
Hell yeah. I actually see
Oh,
Glammy
apparently.
waiting, so I'll bump out so she can come on.
Oh, Glammy's in waiting? Beautiful. Let's do it.
Yep, I'll bump out for you. Okay.
All right, thanks,
Bye,
boss.
guys. Happy birthday, Beans.
Thank you so much, Epic Brady.
Glammy Lammy, everybody.
Hi. One
Hello.
second. Hi. Get my life together.
Damn. Yo, stop. I'm on a show and Brantley's like doing like she's trying out new clothes.
Streams look good for Fat Camp.
Hell yeah. Well, how you doing, Miss Glammy?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing
Hi,
beautiful.
Zay.
Good morning.
So talk a little bit about your stream last afternoon.
Oh, it was great. I love Brentley. She's amazing. I loved everybody that was on there. I'm excited for today. Yeah. And yes, Zayn, I still love Zay. I just didn't like the way it went down. But yeah.
I think we both
So-
feel that way, 100%.
Yeah. But I get it. I understand. And
Glammy, she backstabbed you.
no, don't you start.
No.
I'm like a loyal person, so to certain people, and Zay was one of
Yep.
them, and that's why it was really hard. But I got it, and I love the journey, and I'm so thankful to Keem. So when Yo Mama came up there and he's like, "Come on, come with me," I'm like, "No,
Don't do that.
no. I love
We
you. I'll
both
see
just
you."
stopped to gang up on your mama. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, it was pretty funny.
Absolutely.
That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
I felt like on that test stream that like Glammy and Brantley were like the chemistry was pretty fucking good with y'all. So
I love her. She's so awesome.
Yeah.
I could talk to her for hours. And then knowing that like she talks as much as I do, I love it. I'm like, yes, talk to me.
That's
So
beautiful.
I was super. Yeah, she's got an amazing personality. I love her so much.
You guys
Oh.
have a
And
really good vibe together.
I think so too. And I just, I'm just excited to be here. I'm thankful for all the, all the chances and all the things. And I'm just super thankful. So I'm never gonna go to the dark side. I'm a Jedi at heart. Like,
It's a good way
So
to
are
be.
you guys going to be streaming today?
2 o'clock. Yeah.
2 o'clock? Awesome. I'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you know,
on the
you guys-
show. On the show today, it is going to be Brantley, Glammy, Kyrie, and Dirty Dalish.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
So you're like
We're
rotating
mixing
people
it
out.
up.
Yeah, we're gonna try a bunch of different people like every day and try to figure out like is there a show, what the show would be.
Okay.
Like what they're going to talk about.
Yep. Brantley's already told me like, oh no, this is a show, but like I fired her already, and I go, nope.
Beautiful.
So there was a bit of controversy that happened yesterday. Apparently there was a dedicated name that was in the works and apparently it got taken.
Yeah.
I told people if y'all have a concept or any kind of show, grab the
No.
YouTube handle before you say anything.
No,
Make sure
that
you do
was
it.
my fault. That was my fault because the way we shut down a stream, I have an order to do it because when I was on Nerds, I had an order to do it.
Mhm.
And then the order was mixed up. So because there was no song, there was no outro thing, even though I had the outro thing. And then Wonder Woman kept talking when Keem said, okay, shut it down. So I didn't want to interrupt her or be rude, but at the same time, I was like, so my order in my head got mixed up and I ended up hanging up the Discord before I hung up on the stream.
Mhm.
And then people were saying Glammy leaked it. I'm like, I didn't say anything to anybody. And then I went back and looked, and I'm like, oh shit. Ugh.
Glammy the leaker.
Yeah,
Smoking
I'm like an
homebrew with the
Uzi-
5 gifted. Thank you, Smoking.
I'm an
Uh,
Uzi pustule. I just
uh,
leaked everywhere.
Just so you know, like Brantley's kind of like a boss ass bitch, and I have to keep reminding her that like, no, I make the decision. It's not going to be heifer headlines. Sorry, like
Heifer headlines.
So it's like nothing really. There was no damage, Glammy. I promise you. Like
Oh,
Brantley
good.
really loved that name, but
I did
at the-
too, though. I did too. Like, not gonna lie, it was pretty clever, and I loved it. And I really do like the concept of like entertainment of going in and doing celebrities and fashion and things like being like a gossip magazine.
Mhm.
I absolutely love that concept. But that's just me. You tell me.
Actually, I have an idea in my head of a good name, but I'm not going to say
My
it.
God.
Don't say
Oh
it.
my God. Sorry, I gotta go on mute or something. Brantley just keeps on coming out with different clothes and like, get out of my face, bro. I'm trying to do a show.
I mean, if you, need,
Just trying to rile you up.
if you need to go handle business, game by all means,
No, she's just trying to get special privileges. You are not gonna get special privileges just because you're sleeping with a boss. That's not happening.
Can somebody tell me what the date is 9 months from now?
That's funny. That's beautiful. But no, Glam, I'm happy for you though. Like I know, because me and you've kind of been on the same journey, right? If you think about it. So I've always said, like, I know whenever Becky told you the news, it got emotional, right? It definitely did get emotional. Luckily for me, we already kind of figured this out in the background, so I kind of knew going into Rewind, so that did kind of help. But I get it. I definitely get it. But you can't let people rile you up. You can't let people get you out of your head. And like I've said,
well, okay. So I'm like every other situation, I was totally cool because I get it. It was just the it was the way it came about, like the fact that Becky tried to bait me into thinking that she was an okay person, and then like snaked me out and was like, I got you again, little girl. And it's just really like
do
you know what, Clammy, though?
Yeah.
That was the whole way it played out. It played out like a super villain, taking out and it all happened on Nerds, and it was like, it was beautiful. Like, you getting fired was absolutely, I know it may hurt your feelings to say that, but like entertainment wise, bro, like people were on the edge of their seat. Everybody was emotionally invested.
Yep.
It was cinema. It was cinema.
But I'm glad something good came out of it.
And then we trolled the ever living fuck out of Becky last night. That was hilarious when you went in and we're like, bitch.
That was fun. That was fun.
Glammy's revenge.
I was excited about that. Yes.
What happened last night? I didn't get to see Queens, especially because I need a break from Becky for a little bit.
Tina and Mike convinced Becky that she bent over the bed and showed her kuka or whatever, right? And so she was like, drunk, so she didn't like really remember everything. So she's like, oh, you guys are trolling. But then the audience kept donating, saying, yeah, you definitely did. We seen everything. And then I went in there and I was like, dude, due to terms of service and stuff, I had to talk to YouTube. They're not going to shut down Queens, but they're going to shut down your personal channel because someone deserves a strike. And bro, she started crying. She was going into it. And like, obviously we're all just trolling her. And then like last minute I hit up Glammy. I'm like, go in there, rub it in her face that she's fucking fired, right?
Hell yeah. That was good.
And so Glammy went in there, dude. Glammy's performance in Queens last night was hilarious. Like, she did great.
So,
and like,
thank you.
Even Tina and Mike said after the show, they're like, dude, Glammy was fucking awesome. So they were giving you your praises.
Thank you.
I actually went into members waiting, and I was waiting to go in there and talk some shit to her just because whatever. But unfortunately, y'all had already told Becky before,
And never wait, just jump right in.
Okay.
I always try to be respectful.
Me too. I always try to like do that, because they are like the bigger show, the number 2 show, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I try and be respectful to not break up the content, because we had that conversation.
But the thing is you want to be respectful if you're just going in to like hang out. But if you're going in to spit some fire, you want to just jump in, right? Okay. Like, if you got something to say, like Beans, she didn't fucking sit in members waiting. Like, motherfucking Becky's talking shit about her, and Beans came in to confront her, and like content gold. Like, that was damn, what happened?
The doggy.
Sorry.
Jesus.
He's a baby.
Adorable baby.
It's a cute little baby.
He's so cute.
He's a baby. Sorry. He's my best friend.
Sounds like he's crawling.
Yeah, because he's happy. He wants me to play.
By the way,
I
went ahead and grabbed the handle if y'all like this idea. Locale Gossip.
Ooh.
I grabbed the handle already if y'all want it.
That's awesome.
Just an idea.
I do like
Just
that.
an idea.
Yo, can everyone stop grabbing handles? Just do not grab handles. Okay. Because like I need to make the accounts, and like so when it's someone else, like right now, like Ken actually grabbed the handle for Locale Court, which then turned into Tess. So anytime like I need to get access to the channel, it's a whole fucking
Gotcha.
Ken, what's the verification code? What bro, dude, just do not do that.
I'll stop. I'm sorry. I was trying to be helpful. All right. Well, good shit. Glammy, are you feeling good now? Are you feeling okay? You think you're past it and everything?
Yeah. I also got some sleep, which is good because there's so many times that I've gone weeks without sleep.
Yeah.
God,
So,
we got to get
yeah.
you sleep deprived and more shows because that's.
Oh, it's
No,
not that hard to do, sir. It is not that hard to do.
I'm just
I've
joking.
pulled so many weeks where I've had like 1 or 2 hours and then I'm sleep deprived and then I'm a mess and that kind of contributes to the whole thing. But
Yeah.
oh, I do want to say happy birthday, Beans. I said it in
Thank
the
you so
chat,
much,
but I wanted
Granny.
that was why I wanted to come up here too, is I wanted to say happy birthday to
Well-
you. You're lovely.
Yep.
And
Thank you
you
so
look
much. I
so
appreciate it.
No.
Did you hear Grimm's plans? Glammy may actually like this. He's actually taking her to like a medieval thing where they do a
Oh,
show.
I did hear that. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I would totally go to that. That I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's called Medieval Times, and basically you get to sit and like eat while there's like this giant like Colosseum like show happening, which I think is pretty cool.
That is
Boyfriend
so
took me there.
rad.
It's so fun.
You
There's,
been to
like, a
one?
horse jousting. Yeah, it's super fun. They have the best tomato soup you will ever have in your life.
Oh wow.
Really?
Do you get to
I'm gonna
throw
look
the
forward to
bowl
that.
over your shoulder?
I'm sure you could. It's a little feral in there, but it's a good time.
That's what I heard at the run fairs. I've been to run fairs, but I've never did like the feast thing. But I heard that like people take like chicken leg. You're allowed to throw it because that's what they used to do in the medieval times. They would just throw it, and like either the dogs, that's how they would get their meal, or the servants would get theirs, or whatever. Which is really bad now that I think of it. But it's fun in the moment.
I'd actually hate to hit. I'd hate to hit somebody.
It'd
Like
be I know I'd hit a child in the face. Like that
Well,
would
you
just be
look
my life.
back. You look back. You look back. You look
I have no
back.
depth perception whatsoever.
Oh, really?
I can't
Yeah.
hear.
Well, no, my thing is
So-
I'd probably look at some dude on the other side. He's just pissing me off. I just try and beat him in the head with it.
God damn.
Ken's out for blood
Oh, yeah.
at medieval times.
Definitely.
Speaking of blood, apparently they call the tomato soup dragon's blood, or at least that's what Smoke and Homebrew has said in the chat.
It is called dragon's
Ooh.
blood, and it's like the most like creamy, like I think it's like a tomato bisque, but they won't give you seconds, but you're gonna want seconds.
Really?
I asked for seconds and they said no.
Oh my gosh. Even that's so weird.
They literally
Why
said
can't
nobody
they give you
gets.
seconds?
They were like, peasants don't get seconds in medieval times. I was like, I am a paying guest. Give
Bro.
me that instead of the chicken. I don't want the chicken. Give me the soup.
You know what pisses me off? Like, so in Orlando at a Universal at like the Harry Potter, whatever the hell, I asked if I get like some extra of the topping, and they said no. I said, what if I buy 2 servings of the thing, but you just put the top on it? They said no. I'm
Wait,
like,
are you talking about the butterbeer?
yes, butterbeer, because you have like the flavoring of it. What is like butterscotch? I think is the topping. Yeah, I asked for extra topping and they said no. And I was like, well, I'll buy 2 butterbeers. Just put the topping in one on top of each other. And they said no. I'm like, why not? They're like, because if people see it, they're going to ask for it and we can't do that.
They're very
I would-
stingy.
I was
It's
like,
like the sauce at McDonald's. You only get 1 or 2 packets,
Oh, yeah.
and then you come up and they give you such attitude.
Much
Hey.
attitude. Or like 50 cents, and I'm like, 50 cents? I
Yeah.
just paid for like $12 for a McChicken at this point.
yep.
And my fries are cold.
I will
And
say,
don't even have salt.
That's
like,
true.
I'll just go up to the counter and like 9 times out of 10, I'm looking down at them. I'm like, yo, bro, let me get like 3 more sauces. And then they just give it to me.
Yeah,
Ken
but
is such a sweet guy.
Depends on how
Sometimes,
you
like
say
his
it.
stature, he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to use this for my advantage.
Oh yeah, 100%. I do it all the time. This is actually kind of fucked up, but like what I used to do too is like, say if it was like a restaurant, like a store that I frequented a lot, I would try to actually like date a girl there just to get the discount.
Damn,
There was
you
one-
be rizzing people up for the
There was-
discounts.
There was one time I was dating this chick, and I found out she worked at like a suntan place. So my mom would always go in there and get like free suntans.
wow,
Sly dog.
right?
man. What can I say, right? What can I say?
At least you're dating with a
Rizzler,
purpose.
Who knew?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They had fun. That's all that
Dating-
matters.
Dating with a purpose.
That's it. Yeah, I'm terrible, whatever. But you know, that's past Ken. That's a past life. You know what I mean?
Hey, we all have those pasts. I know I
oh
do.
yeah, oh yeah. But
Speaking of nerds, Zay, I know that you guys were having the tryouts yesterday, did you guys actually manage to get somebody for those days that's Pharaoh's working?
So we're gonna talk about it with Pharaoh more on the show to get a little more of his perspective on it today, but I don't think there was anyone that we are like 100% set in stone with yet. So we might have to do something where we either do more auditions and maybe do the people that were good before, bring them back to do it again, or have the people who did good from the auditions already kind of battle it out.
So let me ask you. I didn't get the point of the auditions. What is the point of the auditions?
So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Pharaoh is unavailable to do the show, and so it's not just me and Eric doing content or relying on like another host to come fill in or whatever, because Billy did come yesterday, but you can't always rely that another host is gonna come, and it's just a little easier conversationally if we have a third person, because Eric's super nerdy, I'm a lot less nerdy, to have somebody who's like a middle ground person that can kind of explain some things to me sometimes if he gets on those like really niche stuff that I don't know what he's talking about. So we're just trying to find a middle ground person for Tuesdays and Thursdays, even if we have one person for Tuesdays, one person for Thursdays, or rotating guests who just want to come in and be like our nerdy out people for Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's what we're looking for.
Savage is in the chat. What's up, Savage? Pleasure to see you in our chat. That's beautiful. I wanted to ask too, Eric is definitely a sweetheart. He's a cool guy. How is he behind the scenes, like talking to him? Is he cool and all that?
He's so sweet. He's really neat.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart, and he's surprisingly really good at bringing up a lot of topics. Like, he can like bring up stuff that's like broad, and he can bring up niche stuff. He's like good at adding stuff to the docket. I give him a lot of credit for sure. Like, he's been like really easy to work with behind the scenes.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I
Such a sweetheart. But like the thing that I want to talk about is Becky ordered him to brush his teeth on stream.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for saying that. I didn't want to say it, but that has been on my mind.
Dude, in the moment, like, first off, I obviously did say something to her, but it's like I was so shocked when that happened that it's like I almost just didn't even know how to react, because dude, when he went up the first time and I was like, okay. And then she did it the second time. I was like, you are actually like fucking Ursula, bitch.
Yeah,
like, what is wrong with you? Because that is like some sick in the head shit that she just did right there. And like, I didn't want to like say anything to like make it seem like he did something wrong, you know?
Yeah.
So I was just, the whole thing was just fucked. The whole thing, I have never felt worse on a show, like, other than what happened with Glammy, than that moment. Because I was just like, I don't know how to defend him to the point that's proper right now, because I'm so irate.
Well, the problem is, too,
I think continue.
I was going to make a quick point. I think the problem is, too, like, I don't think he's really been in a situation where there is a lot of, like, drama and arguing, right? I could be wrong, but that's just kind of my perception. So if you have Zay and Becky arguing after she literally belittled him on a stream, we don't want to see him get emotional, right? No one wants to see that. We don't want to see anybody get emotional. So it's almost like degrading him. I don't know another way to put it.
It was exactly like that.
Yeah.
There's it was exactly that.
So
I was pissed.
Yeah, Beans, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. The only thing that I was trying to say is I think we all know that Becky kind of has like a power trip when it comes to everything, but nothing has felt more of a power trip than her ordering Eric to go off and brush his teeth, especially when his mom was there. Like, it just felt like she was like overstepping a lot of boundaries, and just having that sort of hostility towards Eric when everybody shows him such love and care was just, it made me uncomfy.
Yeah, you can't do that, And
It was over the line. It was way over the line.
So
And he was so sweet about it too. He just said okay, and then he just went off.
That's what broke me. I was like trying to tell him, I was like, don't go, but he already took his headphones off so he couldn't hear me, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, so by no means am I saying this about Eric. I want no one to take it this way. I'm just saying something that I did that helped me out as a person. So when I was in high school on the wrestling team, our coach wanted us to do like just some type of community service, some type of extra thing, right? And what I chose to do, right, was volunteer with the special needs children in high school. And I walked with them to the cafeteria. I sat with them. I talked to them. If they needed I was a math person. I helped them with their math work and all that. And you learn to realize, as you're walking around, you just see them like in their line walking with their teachers. You just think things, but talking to people that are different, you get a whole new perspective on life. Because it's like, they didn't ask for a lot of these things. They didn't ask to think a certain way. They didn't ask to be a certain way. But they're people too, and whenever you see someone like a Becky, who is her personality, right? And then Eric is not a loud person. He has his zingers, don't get me wrong. He's great at talking, but sometimes when he's trying to say what he needs to say, he needs to put it together. But he's an awesome person. And when you see that, you just want to jump down her fucking throat and just, go at her. But then that puts him in a weird situation.
Yeah, I was grateful though that the audience was like in the chat, like going insane defending him, because in the point like where I'm like sitting there face to face with him, like it's way harder to do that. And then the audience though was not letting off Becky, not even for a second. And she was in the chat the whole time, so I know she saw every bit of it.
Yep. And Bucks After Dark's in the chat saying, nah, that was a Becky W. He needed to brush. His gums were literally bleeding. My thing is, certain topics I think shouldn't be put up front for content. Now we know Boogie has gotten humiliated, right? Wings gets humiliated, but that's what they signed up for. They knew what was going to happen to them. Certain people, I just don't think you should do that to. That's just me. So.
Plus, it's hypocritical. Like, she's come on stream so many times with like teeth issues or whatever. I felt like she was just trying to like get that dig in, and it's like, why? Like,
and that's exactly what I said to her. I'm like, you're a hypocrite. Don't ever speak about somebody's teeth when we know the most memes about anybody's teeth have been yours.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Tyler M said Boogie fake cancer. Exactly.
True.
Right.
But yeah,
it's a whole different ball game when it comes to, Boogie's he does things that are way over the line to be like that. So like, but with Eric's so sweet. He didn't do anything. And then not only once, but then twice she did that. And then what were you going to say on stream without making it worse? You know what I mean? So like,
yeah.
I hated that whole thing. I thought that was just wretched.
Yeah, I'm just glad that after that she didn't really jump in as much, so it wasn't like, a constant thing that was going on, because that was the thing that I was getting worried about, was like, is she gonna do this like multiple times throughout the show of her like trying to like fuck with him like that? Because that was just not cool.
Yep. You don't want to see him become a lolcow. Go ahead, Beans.
No.
I was just gonna say she's terrible. Like I don't mind her talking shit about me, saying I'm mousy beans or that I'm so quiet. But like talking about Eric, that's one thing I can't stand for.
And I think it's awesome that us as a community and all of the LCU feel the same way. So like, I think that's beautiful as an entire community. We do all stick up for each other in a certain aspect,
Epic Brady with the $4.99. If Becky goes at Eric again, I'm going to clown her on stream like last time. 100%, bro.
I hope so.
Since I have host powers and Keem said I can jump in there and give her the heat, I'll do that. I'll do it too. I'll go in on her. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, honestly.
Like
Nerds at 3:30, so.
Yeah, definitely. But cool, guys. We're going to wrap up here in a bit because we had to keep it to 90 minutes today. Appreciate you coming on and wishing Miss Beans happy birthday. And
thanks so much for having
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much for
take
coming.
care, ladies.
I really appreciate it, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, they're such lovely ladies.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad they reconciled. I'm glad they got it figured out. You know what I mean? And, do apologize, guys, for the 90-minute show today. But, life happens sometimes. We hit 400 viewers, so thank you for the 400 viewers. You guys are amazing. Make sure to check us out. We're going to be here tomorrow, 10 a.m. And there's nothing really going on, so we can go for quite a while. I need to talk to Keem about a Studio C because there's been issues, especially like for the weekends when people just want to do it. Black Belladonna with the $10. Happy birthday, Beans. Ken, you look awesome. Thank you. I'm glad the new camera's
working. Thank you, Black Belladonna.
I'm glad the new camera's working out, and I'm glad that we can make this happen. Also, I ordered a Shure microphone, the SM7B. So that should be coming here, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday next week. So, like I said, guys, I'm trying to improve the stream. I'm trying to be better, trying to make improvements, and we're definitely going to happen. And I know not a lot of people are new here. If y'all are members, please go vote in the poll. Last time I'm going to say it. I want to get the 250 votes so I know what I'm cooking for the members. So, we'll definitely make it happen. Miss Beans, I hope you have a great birthday. Hope you have an amazing time tonight. Guys in the Discord, make sure y'all wish Miss Beans a happy birthday. Any final words, Miss Beans?
My final words are, I'm already having a wonderful birthday because you guys decided to spend it this lovely morning with me. I do want to say thank you to all the ghosts, the hosts that jumped in. They're definitely going to be in my thoughts later. I'm probably going to take some pictures and put them in the Discord like I did on Valentine's Day.
You should also save them for Locale Cafe.
That too. I'll take some extra special pictures for the community post, maybe.
Definitely. So, all right, guys, enjoy your Friday. Have a cup of coffee. Enjoy your time. Thank you for being here. Until tomorrow, y'all have a great day. Take care, everybody.
It's rise and shine. Grab your coffee cup, come spend some time. I know it's early, the start of a new day. No need to worry, it's Locale Cafe.
Rise and shine, baby. Wake and bake. Clear out your mind, baby. Let's take a break. Locale Cafe. Chill out with us today. The best song in the Locale Live universe, everybody. Make sure y'all like the stream, guys. Oh, Cafe. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Thank you for coming out. Go vote on the fucking poll and have a great day. Take care, everybody.